So how long ago was that? What year was that?
That was in 2000, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Man, 24 years ago.
Yeah.
So Bob was there. Bob and Nate weren't there yet.
No.
Right. Yeah. I think they were 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. So how was it like? What was your first show like? Because I know you said you ain't get no stage time. Yeah.
Don't say you bombed.
I was scared.
You scared?
I was scared shitless. I don't know if
For
I
real?
can.
No, you can cuss.
No, you can cuss on it. Yeah.
I was scared because I didn't have that kind of like you could feel the crowd was looking at me like, who is this girl in Backyard? Like hindsight, everybody talks about Backyard is not no band that will have a girl singer in front doing R&B. Like that's not even. So the look that I was getting at first was like, what you about to do? It was very hard. Yeah. And then Chucky was there. Like everybody was there. But I will tell you that I'll never forget that show. It was at the Met, and I will never forget that show because that crowd opened their arms to me out of nowhere. Yeah. And it was like by the end of the night, they loved me so hard, I was stuck. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, whatever needs to happen. And then I got paid. I was like, shit.
I can do this.
I can do this. Yeah. I was like, okay.
But that's a good venue to start at because
so
it's intimate and the sound and the Met used to be always. Yeah.
So what was the I guess so what did it feel like kind of being the queen of Backyard? You know what I mean? And then I guess having other people behind you have that space. You know what I'm saying? Like I know because people probably look at you like when you come through and they still embrace you as basically the first lady of Backyard. You know what I mean? And then, you know, Tiffany is playing with them now, Sweet Thing. Like how is that dynamic when you come through the building?
You mean now?
Yeah.
I feel like now it's just I love Tiffany. We talk now, and I feel like everything changes. That's just life. Everything is gonna change. It's either gonna grow or it's not. And I feel like I would never. The love that I still get from people, it blows me away. I still get messages from people that are like, are you coming to town? Like, where can I hear your music? And it's like, I do not take that lightly because that stuff, when you're in LA and you're feeling like, why the hell am I here? And should I even keep singing? And should I give this up and get a real job? Like, those people keep me going. They keep me working. Yeah. So, and that started here, right here in my hometown. So I couldn't be more grateful and humbled by that. Yeah. And there's a lot of artists that are in the music industry that wish they had the love that I have here. Yeah. So I never take that for granted. That was 14 and a half of the best years of my life being in that band.
That's tough. Shout out to Backyard, man. Family, that's family. So what songs did you write while you were with Backyard?
Oh, I wrote a lot of songs. Baby Fat, I wrote that one. And I wrote an alternate hook for the thong song, which is Give Me My Keys. And gosh, I wrote a lot of songs.
Put you on the spot.
One Baby Mama. There's a whole lot of songs. I can't even.
So T-shirt is that one of yours?
T-shirt is actually the hook for T-shirt is a cover.
Okay.
But I did a whole bunch of different verses to it.
Over thong song, yeah.
It's like the song as a whole was a rewrite, but then I used part of the hook as the cover.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. That's dope.
But there have been a lot of songs I can't even think. I should have had that ready, but I think throughout the time. That was when there was a huge shift in Backyard.
Right.
When I came in 20, I came in and Coop really embraced the fact that I was a singer. So he let me bring my original material to the band. So we would play songs like I Can't Cry, We would play songs like Be Who You Are. We would play a lot of those songs, and those were songs that I actually wrote with Warren Jones and Levi and that team called Collective. Like, we wrote those outside of go-go, outside of anything. And when I started to bring those songs to the band, they started embracing the songs, and it was just like, okay, let's bring more musicians in because we're becoming a lot bigger musically. And that's when that shift happened. Yeah. It was a shift that happened because of the change in what we were playing.
Look at the Lysette Titi movement.
Yeah.
You see that?
I don't think I'm solely responsible. I mean,
well, you're a big part.
Why do you think more bands don't take that approach now with their original material?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, she had it embedded in her already, though, before she got there.
Yeah. So, I mean, she was an artist.
Yeah, so that was her movement anyway. So,
do you think that? I want to make sure I put this the right way before I piss somebody off. But do you think that it's two separate kinds of go-go artists, or two separate lanes where you have bands that may just be complacent, or not even gonna say complacent, but comfortable with making a club bag, versus an go-go artist that may aspire to be more of a national artist? You know what I mean? Like, you've been in Nashville, you've been to LA, you got bands, cover bands that play up and down the strip all the time, make a decent living, and that's cool, that's great for them. But do you feel like it's two separate kinds of go-go artists out here, or that need to be out here?
I think you are a shining example of that kind of artist.
Mm-hmm.
And
thank you, I appreciate it.
I don't know that many other people like that. I know, I strongly feel, I also feel like KK is like that. KK is an artist. And I respect that. But outside of that, I will have to be reminded. I think Sexy Lady took off, but I have a story about that.
Oh, yeah? I want to hear that. I want to hear that story. Yeah.
This is going to start some shit, but it's true. I got to tell the truth. I can't lie.
Your truth.
That was a song that Needles gave me to write to, and I recorded it at somebody's house. And at the time, I could not finish paying for the session that I booked. So the song just came out on a band. That's how. Now, I didn't write the hook Sexy Lady, but the track was from Needles. Like, and I can say that with no problem. Like, that was somebody else's track. And then next thing I know, whoever's house I recorded at, which I can't remember, they were in Greenbelt. I know they were in the band that put the song out, which was crazy.
Wow.
But that kind of like was an interpolation of.
I just started some shit. I mean, but it's true. I can't lie.
It's not really too bad because the song is actually "Don't Disturb This Groove."
That's right.
Yeah, but the track itself, the one that actually came out with "Sexy Lady" was Needles. That
was off my demo, and I caught a lot of heat for that because he heard that song after it came out and he was like lost. You know how like if producers give you they'll lose trust because they're like, oh, if I give you this, you're gonna blow it up wherever and put it on another artist. So I'm glad I said it because it was true. Don't do that as a writer. Be careful where you record because
That's it. I'm gonna take you back. Young, Sad, and Blue. What was that about?
That was, I wrote that song in Nashville. It was like, that was when I had my publishing deal with Dallas. And I got that track from a production group named Carlos and Dada. And I was the only writer. And me and Dallas were the only writers. And Deborah Killings. So there were 3 writers. But they were producers. And, the producers were Arnold Hennings, who you would know from Cupid with 112, and Mario Winans, who you would know from everything.
Right.
He just got resynced with Metro Boomin and all that. Dallas, and they're Carlos and Dada. And I was going through a relationship, and that's how most of my songs happen. And we were on the outs. He had kind of given me an ultimatum, music industry or me. And I chose the music. And
what an asshole. That's crazy. I can't imagine my wife telling me pick me or the music industry. You know, what am I gonna tell her?
Get on.
And it didn't really come out like that, but it was just like
his actions.
It was like I would have to, in order to do this, I would have had to walk away from so much. So I just put it in the music, and it came out.
That's a tough cover for musicians, though.
Yeah.
Like they don't understand our passion or something, and you shouldn't be taking that away from anybody. Like anybody passionate about something, you should support it.
Passion and purpose is the two most important things in the world, man. Like, if you got passion and purpose, allow a person to do that.
For y'all, just give them some camera time. Anybody know anything about JD?
Oh, you talking about the mic?
Yeah. All right, we back. We back. All right.
So, Lysette, how is your, I don't want to dig too deep, but how is your relationship life now?
Now, it's interesting.
It's complicated.
I'm getting flown out for New Year's, so that's nice.
Lysette getting flued out. Okay. Is it international, domestic?
No, it's domestic.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Okay.
I like country boys. So yeah.
You going back to Nashville?
Somewhere in the South, though.
Somewhere in the South.
All right, cool. I'm happy for you, man. Happy for you.
I'm happy for me too.
So you ever dated anybody in the industry?
In the industry? Why would I say that? No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not telling you.
All right, cool. I mean, we got a few people that we around here that we know that are great friends of ours, and look how she got to take that sip. She got to take that sip of water.
My PR says no.
Absolutely not. No, we're not doing that. But now it's so I mean, what you got going on now? As far as I know, you talked about being in LA, writing songs. You got things coming out. Would you ever be in a go-go band again, or no?
If it was my own,
okay.
I would tell you what changed for me in go-go was when I saw Black Allie and Casey at the Howard Theater. One time we had a show with them.
Yeah.
And I saw her, and I was like, oh, nah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because she was not good. It was because she blew me away.
Right.
And I just realized, oh, my God, like this, I need this.
Yeah.
I need this. And there is an inherent difference when you are an artist.
Yep.
And you're on a front line.
Yeah.
You are constantly sharing the stage.
Yeah.
And I think I probably catch a lot of heat because I'm an artist operating out of artist territory in any go-go band,
yep.
And because you don't really get to be an artist when you're in a go-go band. You are part of a structure, and you play a small part because the music comes first. In my opinion, the rhythm comes first.
Yep.
And I feel like when I saw her, I was just like, oh my God, it changed everything. If I could do it like that, as far as my own band situation, I would definitely do it. And I feel like that is going to transpire into the music that I have coming out. I plan to kind of build my own situation. I would like to do that here in the city. I'm thinking about how to do that from LA. So it's definitely something I want to do.
Well, we were out in LA. Have you ran across that go-go band in LA?
It's a couple of them out there.
Oh, it is? Yeah. Well, I only know the one we've seen.
Yeah. Reggie has one too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we all like, it's only a few people in LA. So that right now they're like 2 go-go bands. But the problem with LA is that the musicians that go out there always have other gigs, so that if you're trying to build a band the same way you would build it here, it's not going to work because
not available.
Reggie is one of the top drummers. He's going to go out for 6 months.
Right.
So then what are you going to do? You know? So,
and drummers and conga players are like the
fewest. Yeah.
That's the hardest thing to build a go-go band around because, there's so many that aren't that good, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? You said that before. I'm just really ready.
I'm just shocked that you said it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm,
I didn't
2025.
Say it. I didn't say it.
2025.
All right.
Keep it a buck.
Okay.
I think if you want to be a conga player or you want to take if anybody wants to take go-go to the next level,
Okay.
if that's what you want to do,
All right.
pack your bags, move to LA, and start all over there because it's wide open.
Really?
It is wide open.
Yeah.
When they do have go-go events out there, they are packed. They
Yeah.
are small, but they're packed. The problem is, and whenever we want to put a show together, it's like, who could play congos? Ain't no congo players.
Congo players
It's
out
one. Tommy's out there.
Yeah.
But it's not really it's not like a selection of people out there.
Right.
So you end up flying people in. And it's like, you know.
So Dwayne can start his career.
Dwayne Nut.
Huh?
Dwayne, no last name.
All right.
He can go out there and become a Congo player. So what's
He already a Congo player.
This is one thing I wanted to ask though. I always was curious as to what the pay is like for a musician, and not like a Reggie or, you know, not that kind of musician, because I know he's working with Babyface and all them kind of people, but a working musician that works in clubs. Like, what kind of, is it enough to support themselves or?
Yeah, I mean, most people move out to LA to make a living as musicians.
Okay.
But is that in the industry of writing, not gig life though?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Gig life pays more than writing life.
So you're gigging?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, good.
But I'm a little different because I love money. So I started a staging company, and that's like my home staging company funds my label. Mm-hmm. So I have a lot more flexibility. I don't believe in just relying on music.
And you
Being
talking
in
about
music so long, yeah.
When you say home stage, you talking about like
staging for
staging
real estate.
Actually
Yeah.
real estate
Okay.
homes, right? I got you.
I built like a really big home staging company. After Backyard, it was like I looked at my life and I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? Like I literally was making a resume and I was putting Nicki Minaj on the like I didn't have any work experience. Cause when I was in the band, that's all I did. Like I've been music industry only probably till around 2016 or 2017. I never had a job. Like, so I really had to like rebuild my life after I left the band, and I got a opportunity to work for a home staging company. That's like, you know, when you decorate houses to sell them.
Right.
And I aced the interview and got the job, and I worked as a home stager for 2 years. And then after I realized that these white women were getting like, you know, $10,000 for a house, and I was getting like $250 to decorate it a day.
Oh, nah.
I was like, oh nah.
That's
So
crazy.
I started my own company and very quickly became, I think in a year and a half, in DC. I started doing 60% of Redfin's volume here.
Oh, really?
We did 2 houses a day. I had 12 employees. I had a 5,000 square foot warehouse in Rockville, and it was a very big company. And that's how I actually was able to move to LA.
Okay.
So I didn't come out there as a starving artist because if we rewind the story, I already paid that due when I was homeless in Los Angeles.
Right. Yeah.
And I'll never forget somebody telling you, okay, the play is not working. You're in Los Angeles. My mother was on furlough at UDC. I couldn't call nobody to get me home. Me and Cy, we had to find places to go.
Cy Smith?
Yes, Cy Smith. That's my home girl
Yeah.
for life. And she had a boyfriend that she stayed with, and I didn't. And I literally had to take my bag and walk to North Hollywood Park and sit there. And I'll never forget, it was 10 o'clock in the morning, and I sat there until 3 in the afternoon trying to figure it out until my cell phone battery died. And then by 3 o'clock, I realized, okay, I don't have a place to go.
Wow.
And I just walked around with my suitcase, and then it got dark, and at that day, I was like, I'm just going to go to sleep right here on this bench. And it didn't occur to me that this is the beginning of you not having a place to live. When I woke up the next day, and it was dark. I woke up. I didn't sleep well because it was still noise and loud, and I was still in my mind in like denial of what was really going on. But when I woke up because the sun was waking me up, and I realized that day, like, where are you going to shower? Like, how is this going to work? And so I had like $60 left, and there was a YMCA behind me. So I took the $8, went to the YMCA, took a shower, changed the clothes in my bag, but I went right back to that bench. And that was my life for almost 13 days. But God worked a miracle in my life. I was able to walk to a diner that was across the street, act like I had been a waitress for a long time. I got a job on the spot, which allowed me to get a studio apartment. And that was on day 15. So I was out there for about 15 days between the YMCA, the bench, and working doubles at the diner. So my point is that I have already been a starving artist. Yeah. So this time around, I was not about to do that again. So when I picked up and moved to LA, I had a plan, at least. And I don't feel like now in 2024, 25, that is not the right approach because it does not pay the same. You know what I'm saying? That publishing deal that I got, I got that in the apartment after I was homeless, but it was $100,000. Right now, I got friends that have 30 placements in 1 year. Last year, 30 placements, and they still not getting the publishing. You know what I'm saying? So it's different.
Crazy. And yet you got the dude from Spotify worth like $3 billion. And ain't wrote a song.
Billion.
Ain't wrote a song, ain't produced a song. All he is the middleman.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And that the whole industry in that regard is kind of sad. It's in a sad state, especially for songwriters, musicians. And it's something that we've been fighting against, since streaming became popular. But what's some of the things that, and you're part of the Recording Academy.
Yes.
Of course. What's some of the things that you think, as members of the Recording Academy, what can we do to kind of start change the legislation or something?
I don't know the solution, but I will say that I'm approaching it from my project perspective. I feel like I want to be able to get direct to my consumers, off my website or off my, you need to, Raheem was telling me about
Even.biz,
Yeah, and so I'm like, we need to pass, that's what we can do.
Right.
We can pass the word around about better platforms so that they get popular and so that people use them.
Right.
If you can't make Congress change the rates, because there are designated rates that Congress does decide. This is how much. And I never been no political person.
Right.
But this time, you know how some people are real into politics. This time I was just like, okay, well, which of these people cares about how much I'm getting paid as a songwriter?
Right.
There was not very much information on that,
Right.
But it's so that's, to me, I feel like promoting, you guys have a platform promoting stuff like Even, Bandcamp, stuff where we could actually make money. That's the way.
Right, direct to the consumer. I want to shift gears a little bit. We talked about COVID during that time. You talked about how close you were to Chucky. How did that affect you? I know all of us were devastated, but you worked with him as a kid, and been around him so long. How did that affect you, especially being in LA? He was in LA when he passed, right?
He was, we were, me, Cliff, and Bob.
Cliff Jones,
and Bob Terry. We were supposed to go to Houston's, and he got.
Houston's the restaurant.
Yep.
Okay, that day
he got sick. The specifics are a blur because this was a traumatic event for me.
I'm sorry for bringing it up. Yeah,
it's okay.
Okay,
but we were all supposed to go out, and I remember he was sick for a week or so, and then he died. And I still haven't really wrapped my mind around that.
Yeah, that was a tough time, especially, for the city in general, but especially for people that work with him, because we all knew how genuine he was, with the music, with opportunities, somebody that I really, really wish we could have got a chance to interview, you know what I mean? Because so much information, so much music that he was a part of, stuff that we all grew up on, you know what I mean? And it was really, really inspiring to have him as a friend and a colleague. But
he spoke very highly of you on a regular
That was
basis.
my guy. One probably the most talented person I ever had a chance to work with, like easily.
Same here.
Yeah.
And he was funny as hell.
Yeah, always cracking a joke. Yeah, man. Let's give it up for Chucky Thompson, man. My guy. Shout out to his family, his daughter. But yeah, Lysette, man, I want to thank you so much for coming through, sitting on the couch with us. This has been a blast.
Yes.
Awesome. Hope one day we can work together real soon.
We gotta make that happen.
Yeah.
I know I've jumped on stage a few times and crashed your shows.
Welcome every time.
Thank you so much, because it means a lot when you come home and you get bit by the bug and you could just get up there and feel the love. Don't take that lightly, because that means everything to me. I appreciate it.
Anytime you're here, you got it.
And this is good. Like, we need more of this. Like, we need to push this, and the world is ready.
I think so too. I think the world is really ready for something new. It's new to them. I think the world is ready for our story. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
in our songs.
I
don't want to leave here without saying this. Like, we need original go-go material. We need well-mixed go-go music so that it is competitive and it's industry standard.
Yep.
We need well-written songs, not just it's original.
Yeah.
Well-written songs that you and I got signed to type right. Like, we need that type of push in this music to keep it alive, because only here in the streets does it matter. Oh, well, the young people. Okay, make a song.
Right.
Make a song that could get played.
But I think the problem is everybody don't understand that just because they're in a band doesn't mean they know how to produce.
Hire a producer and hire some writers.
We need somebody to step up that has production skills and know what that actually means. Yeah. Like the same model that you speak of, a room of writers and somebody from a band that's actually doing tracks or creating this type of music and movement. Because right now we put the weight on the shoulders of the band and say, okay, you play every night and produce a song. They might not have that.
Don't work like that.
Yeah, don't work like that.
It doesn't, but it's also a mental shift that has to happen. Yeah. I can tell you right now, I can show you emails where Pharrell was very interested in working with Backyard when I was in the band. But the band's focus at that time was to play where we playing, where we getting money. This is a shift that has to happen.
No, that's true. That part is true.
Yep.
You know,
that part is true.
Because they're out there. I'm working with producers who are, my producer on my project right now, shout out to Young Josh, like, he's legit studying go-go, and he's a phenomenal drummer, right? But he studies this, and he's like trying to, like, people love this. Yeah. But you gotta get out there and you gotta have that mental shift to know that, like, you gotta like, Chuck is respected outside of the music industry. Yeah. You know, so.
Yeah, I think that's a part of a DC issue too, though.
Yes.
You know, we know our shit, and we think we know everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we just not too caught up on celebrity, and I think sometimes that can kind of hinder us a little bit about who we work with and how we work with them. You know what I mean? But Mike, make some music. We keep saying that on the show, man. Make some music, and
they gonna say it back to us. They probably looking at this right now. What you mean, man? You make something.
You know, we got some music coming, man.
Yeah.
We got music coming. We working though. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so, Lysette Titi, thank you so much for coming through. Let's clap it up. What an informative, inspiring interview. You know, you can come back anytime when you got that project. You make sure you come through. I want to help promote it and get everybody in the world to buy it.
Thank you.
Let us know how they can follow you, how they can find you.
Oh, yeah. I'm Lysette. So it's OHLYSETT on everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, everything. And I need to build my followers up. So everybody go ahead and follow me. I'll be posting a lot.
There it is. Cool, there it is. You heard it here. Go follow her right now. Right now.
Hold up. Before we go, let's try something real quick. Yeah,
Now, I
don't know I know you didn't write this part of it, but trying to think how it go. Nothing feels good if I'm not with you.
dressed in these Jimmy Choos, taking them off cause I feel a fool. I don't want no one if I'm not with you. I'ma stay up in the bed all day, dressed in a bed with something haze, in bed all day, with nothing but your t-shirt on. I got nothing but your t-shirt on. Got nothing but your t-shirt on.
Yeah.
Got nothing but your t-shirt on.
Lysette Titi, y'all.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
I was not going to try to find no harmonies or nothing to mess up that beautiful voice that was going on right there. Yeah, she was cooking.
Yeah, when she cooking like that, you got to let her roll, man.
Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all follow her. And follow us, too.
Yeah,
That's my
SiriusVybe
guy right
Primetime.
There you go, man.
My dude.
Yeah.
I ain't got no cup. It's all good. Somebody give me my beer. Hey, listen, man. For my man Dirk, I'm your boy Frank Sirius, a.k.a. Scooby the Godson, man. This is SiriusVybe Primetime.
Yeah. And you did my outro, too?
I did. We see y'all next time. Peace.
Dude, terrible, man. But take over everything.
Sirius.